This is the chart that is telling me everything that I really need to be focusing on right now. And all of that data is pointing to this line here. Okay, when we made this chart, we were about right up here, and I told you guys we should be coming to this line here, possibly this line here. The number at that time 6.44, and our lower point was 5.79. Since that time, we actually spiked onto the line and came back up. This is a weekly chart of USDT.D. When this chart goes up, your cryptos start going down. But the thing about this chart is I see lots of support at this chart, and I told people we should start either rounding on this chart, spending maybe a few candles on this chart. It could take a long time or it could take a short time, but we hit the number the very next day that after I made that video. It was very interesting. We hit it really quickly the very next day, and we're already starting to round on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, you can see us starting to round here. Now this is that shape that I always make. Just because I draw the shape really big doesn't mean it needs to take a long time, but we are starting to round. Now what this means is that everything is fulfilled for this chart to go up almost at any moment. If this chart goes up, what happens? Crypto crash. Why am I expecting this chart to not just be a normal move up, but a crypto crash? That's because this chart is the encapsulation of many energies that's been going on since a while back. Okay, so we measured all of this energy. We measured on Tiger analysis. We measured it key angle analysis on 2 versions of key angle analysis. And what I see is a big round structure coming down, sitting at these areas. Going back to the weekly chart, you can see it again, that we struggled to get above this area. We spiked all the way up to these lines, came all the way back down here, couldn't break above, and then finally we broke above. The health in this chart came on this week right there, May 23rd 2023. The prices were 6.69% at that time. After that, we built and then shot up, hit the roof one more time. Now we're having this round structure. Everything is now fulfilled for us to go up. So it could be this week, it could be on the 29th, it could be on the next few weeks, but everything is positioned and ready. Therefore, no matter what cryptos I'm looking at right now, I have to give you guys an extra word of caution. And the caution is that even though some cryptos we may see may look a little healthy, they still have to look at the daddy to make sure that they're free to cross the street. Okay? They still have to be subject to that, because when this goes down, even the healthy ones lose position. We've seen that over and over in the past year. There'll be cryptos that even I said, man, this looks good, guys. This looks great. But if this chart was having a bad day or a bad structure, then those cryptos couldn't move up. They needed this. And this is why I call this chart the market wins. If you're a sailing ship with lots of ropes and everything, as you're sailing, you may have the Black Pearl, which is the fastest ship in the seas, right? The Black Pearl. You may have the fastest ship, but if the winds are against you, you're not making any headway. The great surfing conditions, but there's a big wave coming in the distance. That wave can topple everything and eat up all the other waves. I've watched these little baby waves get eaten up when the big wave came because it was moving too fast. It was moving like a tsunami. I see this coming in on this chart because this chart is now being positioned for us to move up. And I believe this is going to be just disasters for crypto. I think Bitcoin's going to go down to its looking good. Everything's going according to plan. This is the same analysis I gave you guys a few weeks ago. As you guys can see, every day we have not been able to break below this line. Why? Because we calculated already. You guys already know what's going on. And you're the first to know it too, by the way. Last thing, you guys, we can still fall all the way to 5.79 and still be within this threshold. I wouldn't be surprised if we spike at the very least and do that, but I don't think that's going to happen. But if we did, there's still a lot of support here.
So where does that orange line come from?
This orange line was calculated from a video called where we covered USDT. It's called tutorial USDT tutorial, and you're going to see the video where I cover these 3 arrows. This is not for the scope of today's class. It's too long.
So right now, it wouldn't be too smart to buy some BTC3S
There,
of the volatility.
well, there needs to be weakness on both. So if we're shorting, that it would be unwise for me to tell you. Now, if I'm showing weakness in the markets and then I'm seeing weakness in the crypto, I'll short it. If I'm seeing strength in the markets and strength in the crypto, I'll buy it. If I'm seeing weakness in the market and strength in the crypto, it washes out, and for the most part, I don't trust it, and I just stay away from it, because it can be deceptive. If not, they'll see a lot of quick volatility and shorts on one side while these markets are manipulated quickly to get back into position. Those are the candles where you'll see big long spikes, and I don't like them because they scare the heck out of me, for one, if I'm in the trade. They're if you have stop losses, they almost kill everyone's stop losses both ways, and then the bankers are the ones that are the strong holders. They can withstand all these wide swings and still make money. If there's a BTC pump, can it be good to buy BTC3S? If there's a pump in prices, you would want to buy BTCL, BTC3L, or just buy Bitcoin. But I won't recommend either way. So if there's a pump, you want the L means long, Maribel. Let's look at Bitcoin first. So now you guys know I am expecting down market. You may still see strength on Bitcoin, but we need to watch out for the wave coming in. You guys understand that concept? It means it's dangerous to trade as normal traders. Please always bear in mind that there are people who come to me in all spectrums of the community. There are people who come to me on the spectrum of just what is it? There are people that are long-term holder only. There are people that just only buy and sell once, and there's people who are like active day traders. There's people on all those spectrums. It's good to know what's really happening in all the communities, so you guys are well versed. Everything in this video is not financial investment or trading advice of any kind. Everything is just for entertainment, educational, and comedic purposes only. Bear in mind that I drink red crayons for dinner, and it's delicious. Trading and eating red crayons carries substantial risk. Never trade or eat more red crayons than you can afford to throw up, or trade more than you can afford to lose. Please read between the lines per my YouTube disclosure. Look at this. This is an old Bitcoin map. You can still how price got stuck in this area. Very interesting. Here's the correct one. Well, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys tell me, is this bullish or is this bearish?
It's bullish.
That's right. And why is it?
If it closes above it, right?
Yes, if it closes above, which we already closed above, you can already see that it was already fulfilled. You can see it stopped right there too, right on the line. And right now we're having a hard time trying to break below this line. So why is this bullish, team, on Bitcoin? Why is Bitcoin bullish?
Rounding the structure above support.
That's right, because we are building structure in bullish territory. This is what we need. When price was coming up to hit these lines, it got scared of them, but when it did challenge it and hit it exactly, it responded. Now we went up a third time, stopped right there, but then finally we got the breakout that we needed. So that's bullish. Okay, that's bullish. Now price could come back down and challenge these lines, but it's still healthy. Price could come all the way back down to 21,000 and still be healthy. Okay, why would I not want to trade Bitcoin though if I think that Bitcoin is bullish? Why would we not want to trade Bitcoin?
Because of the USDT structure.
That's right. So we can use this as an observational moment. If you are in a long, you may have a few days and you may not want to exit the trade, okay? But it could, if we can come down here, but for the most part, I think that you're going to see prices of Bitcoin going up this week, leading up to those final days when the crash of the century is going to happen. I think it's the crash of the century. I think it's really big, guys. Now, why would they want to drive prices up right now, guys? Why would they do that to us?
They're gonna pump it up so they can make this liquidity for them to exit. So
Yep. Those are right. Those are great answers. You got to pump it up. You gotta drive up those prices, bring in the new sellers, use that as you gotta bring in the new money, right? People chasing the money. People have been out of Bitcoin for a while. If you can show them a lot of green, yummy candles, they're gonna be like, "Ooh, it's time to buy Bitcoin again," and they'll buy it. I wouldn't even be surprised if Bitcoin shoots up tomorrow, shoots up way up here. I would not be surprised. Why would that happen? Well, because there's structure in here. We have to think about things methodically, because people will look at these charts, and you'll have people going on YouTube tomorrow saying, "Oh, Bitcoin goes," especially if we see Bitcoin do this tomorrow, and it pumps up. That's gonna FOMO a lot of people in the market, and it looks like that's what's gonna happen. Okay, it looks like that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have this FOMO moment where prices are just being super attractive. People are gonna get slaughtered. Why? Because though this crypto is good and health is starting to come in, it is not the time to go swimming. There's jellyfish coming in. The sharks are here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Perfect day at the beach. But dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Why do you think I wore gray today? You know why I wear gray today? Because I like gray. I didn't know I was going to use that joke, but I used it. But there truly is blood in the water, guys. And I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we get a big pump in Bitcoin. But
Do you reckon get out of the BTC 3S or stay in it?
if I was you, because we're already having the structure here, this is, if you haven't already got out, I would get out at a loss here, because I mean this is where we should be looking for the next bounce on this line. That number's already been fulfilled here, and even looks like it's going to happen today. So if we do this today, the next candle is almost certainly going to be a high number, because a principle of the hard close, when you're hard closing on these lines. When you hard close on a line, the next candle is almost always the opposite color. There is a chance you could come back down to this line. It hasn't been fulfilled, or a sword cut, which is still around the same area. So you could get 21,292, but you're trading on hopium. Okay, we got to be careful when we're trading based on just hope. Okay, when we see the structure with our eyes, you got to learn how to quickly pull your trigger, and sometimes it means cutting your losses. If I was taking a BTC S short during the storm, you know what I would like to take it? I would like to take it here at 21,000. But there's also a very crazy thing is, if the FOMO is so bad, we may actually see with some of those high numbers that we heard prophetically. I think those numbers are coming later, but it's possible you could see such a FOMO up to these numbers and a big spike back down. If that happens, I'm still gonna be sitting pretty. I'll have people cursing me. I don't have people yelling at me. I had that happen before when I told people I wasn't buying Bitcoin XRP. I told people I wasn't buying XRP when we were at the top, and then there was a big day when it had this big long candle, and everybody's like, "See, we shouldn't follow JSON," and they're like, "How come you're not doing anything about it? How come you're not trading?" I was trading, and I said, "Because I'm not a candle chaser. I see the weakness. I'm not in XRP right now. It's not attractive." And you know what happened? The very next day, we came all the way back down and just formed this long candle. That was not good, because people were buying at the very top. They were like, "Oh, I don't want to miss the XRP's going to the moon today," and they bought at the very top of that candle. People will be doing that with Bitcoin, but I'm just letting you know, I'm keeping my eyes on that big wave. I don't care if these waves look great. Hey, come on, surfing, bro. Looks great, bro. Dude, I also got this new bra. It looks great, bro. And they're surfing, right? And they're going on this wave, and this big wave's coming in. I'm like, you may be a good surfer, but look at that wave. It's humongous dunga.
So Jason, that 27,859 you have there, why are you putting that there for? Is it just
Because that's the next main zone. Okay, that was our mid phantom back on this channel right here. So this was our top, this is our bottom. Okay, so this is our key angle. This is our mid phantom. This is our phantom, and then this is our mid phantom. That's our next major point, and we've responded there exactly. See here before and here before. They're going to be taking their exits here, so they're going to add to selling at this prices here. And that's most likely going to be the case this week.
Yeah, they said 28 to 30 grand.
Is that who said that?
See,
Currency 36. Okay, well he's right, because look, if it look, I'm gonna give you the number for it tomorrow. Okay, If it's tomorrow, this line goes up all the way here. This is the number. This is the exact number. The exact number is 28,205.
You think that could happen in one day candle?
It can. Look at some of these. I mean, look at some of these candles. Look at this massive candle. One day.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Sorry.
Go ahead, House.
I'm thinking it's going to wick up to 30 and take out some dogs.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
also a dream that House had, right? House, you had a dream where you were told
Yeah,
to
exactly.
long it.
Yeah, Alicia was telling me to long it to 30 and then short it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everybody, hey,
Wow.
I tried.
taking on notes, bro, something.
Woo.
Hey, Jen, did Superman tell you?
So right now it could be some scare tactics, but also in many dreams and visions, it was specifically in KuCoin.
Yep.
So I think, like Jay just said, God is gonna allow us to make it through and then get out, into your hardware wallet.
Just like with monkeypox, it's a scare tactic.
Yeah, it is.
It's fear. They want you to fear, and we have to just stand against it. God didn't give us a spirit of fear. So he's leading us to this wealth transfer. So we just need to stand firm and listen for his voice.
That's right. Team, what do you see on XRP?
It's going to hit resistance at 39. 39, yeah.
Yep. So us hitting these targets up here is pretty natural, right? Us doing this. Is there support?
Yeah, the white line.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
This one right here, right?
Yeah.
So is it okay for price to go up for the next few days or so?
If BTC has its pump, yeah.
Yep, that's right. Especially if Bitcoin goes up, okay, then it brings up a lot of the markets. I wouldn't be surprised if XRP has these pumps in here. Also, you're having round structure here. But the problem is mid-phantom. So we still have to worry about mid-phantom coming up here and getting involved. So this one is a little bit at odds with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like, yeah, I want to go up, and this one's like, I need a little bit more time in the sand or in the soil before sprouting. Okay, so yes, XRP can go up. We may hit 45 cents, and then we could possibly round down again at 45 cents, or possibly once we hit those numbers, we can possibly hit these 25-cent numbers. So it can happen now, but I don't think it's going to happen. This one's least likely to be the scenario because Bitcoin is doing so well. We only have a few days for this to happen, so it could happen tomorrow. We could pump up during Bitcoin's pump during this week, right? It'll be a FOMO week. You're going to see a lot of people foaming in on that week. We'll watch volume really carefully to see the transition of the selling, and then just watch for them to pull the rug. It is going to be a bull trap. Okay, it is going to be a biggest bull trap. You may see, again, Bitcoin pump, XRP can pump, and it's going to be a bull trap. If you buy XRP, or if you're tempted or you buy it and you end up buying XRP, just know that it could fall down. Try not to sell your XRP. If you're going to buy more at 25, let it be buying more rather than just buying and selling your XRP.